Welcome to Box Talk, where we dive deep into stories and struggles and sparks of inspiration behind brands making their mark. Today's guest is the one and only Anum Khan. She is the founder of Churro On Top. It's believe it or not, it's the world's first churro and milkshake bar. Did I say that right, Anum?
It's correct. Yes, it is.
It's a dessert spot. Sorry, go ahead.
We are world's first churro and milkshake bar in the world, because before us, this concept didn't exist. So we're kind of excited to share this journey with you.
That's awesome. It's a dessert spot. I've actually created a little introduction, so I'm just gonna say it's a dessert spot that's bringing creative twists, and it's bringing bold flavors and a whole lot of sweetness to Arlington, Texas, which is just one of the locations. From humble beginnings, Anum started a brand, and today we're gonna unpack her journey. So, Anum, how are you?
Doing well. Thank you so much for asking, and thank you for having me on your show.
Thank you for coming on. It's Aaron. Before Churro on Top, what's one thing about you? What was the light bulb moment for Churro on Top for the world's first milkshake and churro bar restaurant?
So, the light bulb moment, actually, we had a few. It was obviously a craving, a pregnancy craving that turned into an obsession because we couldn't find any. A milkshake bar with churros that I can dip. Um, and from there, my husband and I, we went hunting, not just in Dallas, not just in California, or like anywhere in the United States, but there just nothing existed in the world which, took a churro and you're able to pair it with a milkshake. Then I was, for a while, kind of backtrack a little. For a while after having my first daughter, we were trying really hard to give her a sibling. And unfortunately, I had few miscarriages. And
I'm
after,
sorry to hear that.
thank you, after a few of those, my husband suggested that, I focus on something that would distract me and, make me happier. And of course, my daughter makes me really happy. And I didn't want her to see me like that. And she was so young. And,
Happy
even as
birthday to her. It was her birthday a
thank you
couple days
so
ago.
much.
So
Yeah,
happy
she
birthday to
did.
her.
She had an amazing birthday. She's 7 now. And what I do, I wake up, no matter how bad my day is, but I see her, I think of her, and I know that, I'm her hero. So I have to be her hero and, do things that would help her learn that, no matter how hard life gets, or no matter, what curveball the life throws at you, you just got to persevere and, wake up with a smile and do better. And that's what we did. I went on a drawing board. I created these recipes. Right now, as of right now, we have 50 flavors of churros on our menu,
Nice.
40
Yum.
milkshakes that with churros on top. And then other things too. We have 10 ice cream flavors with churro on top as well. Um, but when I was obviously coming up with recipes, I have like 100 and more recipes that we haven't introduced. We do have seasonals, 12 months of the year. So we have our permanent, which are 40 churros, 50 churros, 40 milkshakes, then seasonals and ice cream cups and things like that. So it's been fun. It's been a fun journey. This particular location in Arlington was the first location we opened up in June of 2023. And then the following year, December 2024. So last year, I had opened my Richardson location. Right now, we're working on another location in Allen. It's in Fairview Town Center. So yeah, we're excited.
Nice, Anum. So the inspiration, the light bulb moment, what I got from what you said was, it was cravings, and it was inspiration from your daughter. and you merge them together, and that created Churro on top. And as far as combinations are concerned, the recipes are concerned, man, you could do so much with I mean, there's different type of churros. I mean, the recipes could be endless at this point, right? Because
Correct.
you said you're
Yes.
releasing like what, 100 more?
No, I mean, I do have 100 in my recipe book. I'm not launching them anytime soon.
Right.
It also gets like a it gets a bit difficult when you're trying to train your staff. So I won't do that to them. I'm sure my customers would love it. They would love
Yeah.
more varieties, but I mean, 50 churros is a lot,
Yeah.
and when I
Don't do
say
that to
that,
your staff.
yes,
You don't
exactly.
want to do that to them.
But there's something that everybody likes. There's something like, um, when people walk in for the first time, they do say, "Oh my gosh, like, what's good?" And like, my staff and I were not lying when we say everything because it is. There's something for everyone. There's like strawberry cheesecake. If somebody likes that, strawberry fruity flavor, we make the strawberry sauce in house. A lot of things are mostly everything is made in house, minus like sprinkles and things like that. We make our own chocolate glaze. We make, our own compotes. We make our own custards, and it is halal. So we use halal marshmallows and halal gummy bears for our um, halal people that are just have a diet restrictions. We do have some vegan options as well. Our churro by themselves are vegan. Then we do have, I believe our caramel is vegan. So, anything with caramel you could do. There's also Lotus Love, which is with Biscoff. Biscoff cookie butter and Biscoff cookies itself, they are vegan snack and it's really good. So, yeah, there's something for everyone and people don't complain and we're happy.
How did you come up with the name Churro on top?
Toronto. So, honestly, it was just something like it was more of a wordplay. We were talking about it. It goes back to the craving I had. I was actually drinking the milkshake that we do have on the menu as well. It's toasted s'mores, and I'm known for it. All my friends and my family, they love when I make my toasted s'mores milkshake. And part of the craving was while I was drinking my Toasted S'mores milkshake, I had a craving for churro because I'm from California and going to California, like living in California, going to Disneyland, and you just get to go, eat a churro, watch the fireworks. So I was telling my husband, "Oh my gosh, like, if I had a churro in my hand, I would just dip it and eat it, and that's what I'm missing right now." And then I was like, "Oh, I wonder if, there's a place anywhere where we can get like a milkshake with churro on top." So I kept saying it. And then when we were coming up with the
Oh,
and I was like, "Hey, this makes
that's
sense.
hilarious.
Let's call it churro on top because it's not a cherry on top on a milkshake, it's a churro on top." So,
Yeah, that sounds great. I used to work at a Cold Stone, like I said, my one of my first jobs, and we actually had churros over there too. Are you
hey,
able
I
are you
didn't know
able to
Cold
make
Stone had churros.
what was that?
I didn't know Cold Stone had churros. I mean, I don't think so.
They
Not
I
anymore.
mean, I don't think anymore. I was 18, I'm 33 now, so you can do the math and see how far that went back about
Yeah.
couple 2011 maybe. They did
Yeah.
have churros. I don't think
Was it
they
like a
they
seasonal thing? Because I don't think they had it. I mean, I think I'm only, and I used to go to Cold
are
Stone
ya?
all the time, and I still go to a Cold Stone. Um,
It's a great place.
yeah,
I like
I don't think they had sure. I think it might be a seasonal thing.
I mean, I used to put them in a not a microwave, but probably a toaster oven, and I used
Yeah.
to serve them. I vividly remember serving churros when I used to work at a Cold Stone, but
Okay.
probably a seasonal thing for sure. But hey, I think that's a great idea. You know how these ideas they come to life. I mean, the thought of dipping a churro in ice cream or milkshake just sounds wonderful, and you've created such a great company by just doing that. Speaking of that, could you tell us about the when did you launch and how did the first few months look?
Yeah, so we did, like I mentioned earlier, launched our first store in Arlington, Texas, June 3rd, 2023. And it was bananas. Obviously, we were getting into food. My husband has business background. He owns gyms. He has his own brand of gyms. Um, he owned furniture stores, you name it, he's done it. And I was, you know, everybody thinks they could do business, but they can't. I mean, we all want to, but there's just so many logistics and like,
Right.
operational.
And I would
There's
love
so
to
many
get
things.
talk to you about that too. I would love to talk to you about that
Exactly.
more.
And like finances, and I'm still learning. I'm not going to say I have figured it out. I haven't. And thank God, I have a partner who actually helps me with all of that. um we're
Plus,
always
your
working.
husband has that
Yeah,
experience as
that's what I'm
well.
saying. My husband is my partner, and he's the one
Oh,
who actually.
nice.
Yes, he's the one who always, if I don't know something, I just go up to him and ask him, from the littlest to the biggest. He's been very supportive. So yeah, the journey was, obviously, it wasn't easy
So how was the
because
first few months though? The first few months, did you mess
when
up
we
or
first when we opened, yes, there are a lot of things that we learned from, just given our grand opening. We thought we were ready. We had, we didn't do crazy marketing. I mean, it was a lot of word of mouth. We told the right people. And next thing you know, on the day of our grand opening, I mean, and mind you, we actually had a month and a half of grand opening training with all of our staff. We were fully staffed. Um, but come grand opening, as soon as before we can even open the doors, we had the ribbon cutting, but we had a line that wrapped around the whole plaza, and they were
geez.
just still coming. And then, as soon as we cut the ribbon, everybody ran in, we took a picture, we ran in, and we just started serving.
Yeah,
And we
that
didn't
must have been
realize that,
really
yes,
hectic.
it was overwhelming. It was overwhelming for my staff, and I just, they were all just fun kids. And I mean, I love them. I still, I keep in touch with them. And,
That's cute.
they've already moved on and they're in different, like, out of state. Three of them just graduated uh, their universities, and they're actually doing stuff in, like, that is like their career based jobs. And I'm just very excited for them. And they've been part of this journey. And coming back to the grand opening day, we're just trying to push out tickets. And then there was a point, like, I think around 4 or 5 o'clock, we had to shut down for like few hours just because the crowd kept coming, and we
You,
weren't ready for it. We didn't know what to expect. I mean, we were expecting a lot of people, and the way we trained, the way I trained the staff, the way we came up with our assembly line, everything was good. But it's different when you have actual customers. Like, you can have a soft opening and have like few customers walk in and out, walk in and out. But grand opening is like a whole different game. You're seeing like 700 parties and more, and people are just coming. There's no, like, and that day we had ordered food, and we were like, okay, like, who wants to take a break? And like, bless those kids' heart. They were like, no, I'm okay. And then they would just like sit, do a squat, and then get up. We're like, no, let's push these tickets. And of course, like,
yeah.
we give them breaks, but then I was like, you know what, let's shut it down. And then Mo, my husband, said the same thing. Let's shut it down for, like, I think it was like around 4 p.m. or 5 p.m. That's when we made that decision where, like, these guys can, like, even my employees, they can have a breather, because even they weren't willing to take that breather. They're like, no, we're motivated. We're tired. I could see it in their faces. They were tired, but they were like, no, you know what? If I leave on a break, who's going to be on my station? Like, I want to make sure, like, I'm finishing these tickets, but those tickets weren't being finished because so many tickets kept coming in. So it was definitely a fun learning. I mean, it wasn't fun at that day, but now when I look back, it was definitely a learning situation. And
Yeah.
when we opened Richardson, it was something, we did something different. So every day you get to learn something. My recipe, the way the recipe itself didn't change as much, but the way we do little things with the temperature and stuff with the dough kind of changed, because in the beginning, again, when you open because our hours of operations are 11 to 9 from Sunday through Thursday. And then on the weekends, Friday and Saturday, we're open till 10. So, just making sure that when we're making our fresh dough, if it's going to last us long, is it going to, because churros are very temperamental. They're not easy to make from scratch. Although the ingredients are very simple, however, the temperature matters, the way you cook them matters, the way you store them, it matters. Like one little mistake could really mess up, the quality of your churro. So, taking all those in consideration, I did within, I think, few months, I had to kind of change up my prep um, temperature and time, and then we actually had a better outcome. And better feedback from a lot of not a lot, I would say some of the customers that like the product, you know love the idea, but they were like, well, when we had this here, it was great, but when I took them home, they were kind of like, they weren't the same. Obviously they won't be the same, but
Right.
but I
Of course.
understand what they meant. So we made sure that there's a problem, we take care of it, how to overcome that obstacle, and we did. And people love them, and now we have we're closed for Christmas and Thanksgiving, and people actually buy our churros, like big party boxes. I mean, your company makes our party boxes. And
Nice.
the big party boxes, they come with a dozen churro in them. They'll buy like 6, 7 dozen for their Christmas parties or Thanksgiving parties the night before. And then, next day they'll have them with their families and friends at their their holiday parties pretty much. And we get great feedback, and they come back for more. We've
The
had,
churros that you make, Adam, are they you make them from scratch, right? You make them all
yes,
from scratch?
yes, yes, we make them from scratch. They're not, Cold Stone. I don't know if I'm supposed to say the word, so beat me out.
Yeah, that's
No,
fine.
so we are, obviously, we specialize in churros, so we don't buy any frozen churros from another factory. We just make them. We make the dough, we make everything here, and then we'll fry them and then serve them. And then as soon as that batch empties out, we'll make more and more, just like that.
Okay. Adam,
Mm.
is there a timer running underneath you uh right now?
Right up there. No, it just says 21%. I don't know what that means.
But there's a time. Is there a timer that says recording? Does it say that it's recording? I just want to make sure. Because did you get a call in between?
I did, I apologize.
No worries.
Yeah, there's a timer up there. Yeah, it's 51. Yeah, it is showing that I'm recording.
Cool, cool. Yeah, it just wanted to make sure. So, Adam, I wanted to ask you, so you built a business around both the food and experience, and you said the kids came in on the first day of launch, and then you created such a culture between you and your customers, and you obviously have an impact on the community in the local community close to you. So what is the what how are those connections like that you've made and with your customers? Because they, I'm sure you have you give off a very homely vibe and a homely feeling to your clients. So what kind of a culture your community impact does Sure on Top have?
Of course. So, food in general is, it's something like it brings people together. Now, I'm a dessert, dessert. When do people want to eat dessert? After food, or maybe just, walking by when they have a craving. And, usually when we do have customers, they're coming in and, um, they're already expecting, hey, I'm going to share on top. They've seen our, reels. They're coming in for an experience. And, we take pride in our customer service. People love our customer service and they love our creations. Um, and, we do a lot with community, even outside of Churro on Top. We do donations to, churro donations to like MOPS clubs. We do fundraisers with local schools, we'll do let's give back to schools. So in Richardson, for example, I just last month finished there's a UTD, University of Dallas. We did a fundraiser with them where, they brought swim. It was for swim team had some equipment funding that they needed. So I came up with, an idea. Well, it was mutual, their swim captain and their chairman. We got together. We decided that they can actually have like a swim night, like, everybody comes in, supports the swim team there, and we'll give them percentage, all the sales, that come in, we'll give them percentage back. So, I mean, they were looking for 1 day because that's what usually other businesses offer. But I was like, you know what? It's for the kids, it's for students. And I understand, I went to school, I went to high school, I went to university, and I did sports, and it's a good program, for students that can afford their, swim gear and stuff. And like, team is helping them. And so instead of having just on Thursday, I offered that, we can go ahead and give them, certain percentage back from Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then Sunday will end. So all the sales that came in, we gave them certain percentage back to, we donated certain percentage back to their cause. And, little things like that, they really, they make you feel better. They're actually, it's helping somebody. We've done these here too in Arlington. Um, as far as my customers themselves, people come in. I've actually have stories, and you get very emotionally attached to them. They'll come in, and like I said, it's not just food, it's dessert. Food is necessity, dessert is like a luxury. If somebody's choosing to come to me and spend that money, and it's not a necessity, but they're still coming in, the least I could do is give them a smile, make their day. And then that's why a lot
Of
of people
course.
come back, and I have a customer, she's been coming since we opened the store. She had a baby the day she had a baby and she was released from the hospital. She brought her newborn with her husband, and then it was a Friday. I still remember, and
That's so
that's
sweet.
when we had launched our taro milkshake with churros, and she they fell in love with it. So every Friday they make a point, and like although I'm not here all the time on Friday, but they make a point every Friday in the afternoon. They come in, they have their taro milkshake. So earlier this year, I luckily I was here and they came in. I was talking to them and their daughter turned 1 that day. And I was like, oh my goodness, that's crazy. Like it's a full circle because I saw her as a newborn and now I'm seeing her turning 1. It's incredible.
I
And
know, right?
it is. It's
You're
those
living
little
the life.
things. Yeah. And I know it's corny and cheesy, but it's just it's fun because I get to like see kids grow up and like, the parents love us and their kids love us. And then they'll like, if somebody's grandparents are visiting from out of town, they'll bring them and they fall in love with us and we fall in love with them. So we get to like that's the fun part of being like, a smaller business or like a startup, what you say, that you get to really
Connect with people.
yeah, connect with people and get to know them. And it's just beautiful, it's fun. And they know the things that our business goes through, like the fluctuations. They're here to help us. We're here to help them. So it's a two-way street, and it's fun. It's like, what you give to the world would give back to you. And I'm a big believer of that.
Of course, yeah, definitely. What is the? I agree with that, and that's such a positive impact you have on the community. And I'm sure you're enjoying
Yes.
all of this, connection with your
I love
clients.
it. Honestly, I
I'm
love
sure
it.
you
I
are.
I wouldn't want to do anything else. Like, it's so funny. Like, my family and sometimes my friend asks me, like, "You're always working. You're constantly working. Your husband's constantly working. Your daughter, she's going to school, but like, when she's not at school, she's at business. And but we enjoy it. Even my daughter, she's young, but she enjoys being at work, and she loves talking to the customers. She loves talking to the employees, and this is our
Right.
life. We just love it because it's a community.
I understand. I couldn't even imagine how fun it must be for your daughter just coming in and hanging out, having a great time, and of course she gets to eat everything she wants. I
But
mean,
yes, that's definitely the ice cream definitely helps. She's like,
yeah,
"I'm gonna have this ice cream today," or "I'm gonna have
yeah.
this milkshake today." Yes.
When I used to work at a Cold Stone, I used to whenever on my way, whenever I passed by the ice cream cooler, I used to just grab myself a spoon and just. I'm sure you do that too. Whenever you're
No,
passing
you
by,
know
just
what?
grab a
I'm
spoon,
around it
scoop it
so
out.
much.
Mm,
No, I don't. It's so funny. And
you don't?
I love
That's good.
no, I love dessert, and I've always loved dessert. And then in the beginning, of course, I did that, but then now it's just I'm constantly around it with like two stores now, third store is opening, and like, I'm always coming up with a new recipe or something. Then you just don't want to eat it. You don't even have time to eat it. You're like not even thinking about, oh, today I want to eat this. No, you don't.
No, what I'm talking about, Adam, is that whenever no, not like having an actual meal, but like whatever passing by,
Oh,
just
no. No,
you grabbing
I'll do
something,
churros.
grabbing a
I
little
actually do
bite.
my churros. No. So when this is my guilty pleasure, and I might not.
I just saw you eat an Oreo or something just now.
I did because I haven't had anything to eat. It's like
So you
12:49.
do that. You do that.
Yeah,
You're
I'm
doing
still
that right
sitting
now.
here with my Oreo because I don't want to pass out while
No, for
talking to
sure.
you.
That the calories add up, and my point was the calories add up, and you don't know what to make of it. I used to do that a lot, but I'm like, okay, I gotta stop. But
You're
yeah, Cold Stone
observant.
was
I
good.
love it.
Yeah, it was fun.
No,
It was fun making
like I
those
was
ice
saying,
cream on
my
the stove.
guilty pleasure is churros. So as soon as it comes out of the fryer, I like without anything, no topping, nothing, I just eat it. That's something I don't know why, but it tastes so good. It's so fluffy. Like you gotta have
Yeah, I love
our sure
churros.
one of
Can't
these
go wrong
days.
with them.
Yeah.
What was the decision that you took, Anum, which was risky at one point, but then you were like, you know what? It turned out to be a huge success. Did you ever take a decision, maybe with a new recipe or a new flavor or new
A lot.
creation?
Yeah, a lot, honestly.
You're
I
like, you know
mean,
what?
that's
I don't
what
know if
business
that's gonna
is.
work.
Yeah, that's
But
what
that's what.
business
Hmm.
is. But you do it. I mean, just recently, we were invited by city of Arlington here to take part in Save the Taco. They do it every year. They haven't done a dessert. So they contacted me, said that, hey, if I can come up with something um creative for, Save the Taco.
We're still here. No worries. You got a call.
Uh,
It's okay.
yeah, I'm sorry. This is how my life is.
It's cool.
So we going back, I'm sorry. Yeah, so Save the Taco, come up with something. And I took a day. My husband was like, do we really want to do it? They suggested that, oh, we could do anything, if we want to just take like taco, like tortilla chips, put them in like cinnamon sugar. And I was like, no, 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 that's not us. We're not gonna do tortilla chips. I want to figure out how we would make a taco with my churro. So I figured it out with
Oh yeah,
my
I know about that. You just launched a
a
churro
churrasco.
taco.
Yeah, Churraco.
That
So
that
I figured
oh, it's
it in churro. Our so it was, our churro dough. We turned it into a taco.
a taco shell.
Yes, and then, we topped it with ice cream and our toppings, and people loved it, and I was
People loved
kinda
it.
iffy. I was like, "Okay." And then there were, City of Arlington had some, rules and regulations. It cannot be a permanent menu item, and if we're
Really?
selling it, yeah, we have to,
But why though?
Oh, that's just because, it's for their contest. So we did it and it was a
Oh, okay.
success. We were worried that, because we're not promoting it and it's like through the city, but it went really well. We did really well. Customers loved it. I had to end up launching it in Richardson because customers were kind of upset that, why is it only one store is carrying it? So we ended up carrying it in Richardson. It did really well. People loved it. Now that the Save the Taco event is over, it was like a month-long event. Um, Now we're going to be bringing it back Tuesdays for Churraco Tuesdays.
Arlington.
Yes. So I'm only announcing it with you right now.
Wow,
We
what a
haven't
great
announced
idea. Sirocco
it.
Tuesdays.
Yes.
Oh, really?
It's a
Did you just
spin-off on Taco
drop
Tuesday.
that information firsthand?
Yes. I don't know when this is
Nice.
airing, but yes.
Oh, this is gonna air in a while. Not yet. I'm sure that Chirocco Tuesdays will be out by then.
Okay,
But
okay.
that's great, Anum. That's great. What a great idea that you just what a risky idea for a mashup of a taco and a churro, and you
Yeah.
mashed it up, and then you gave us a beautiful creation. I mean,
Yeah.
that's just really really creative. And when I saw the churraco, I was like, that's my mouth started to water. I'm like, my God, I gotta have one of those.
Well, we
But
gotta get you here. We gotta get you. You gotta leave Chicago and come here, or Boston. You're in
I will.
Boston. I
Boston,
apologize. Yeah.
yes. Yes, Boston. I would definitely I come to Texas often, Austin, but I wouldn't mind. How far is Arlington from Austin anyway?
Oh man, I think it's like 2.5 hours. It's not that bad.
We do have one of our executive directors in the States. He probably might come say drop by to say hi. Yeah,
Yeah,
we never know.
definitely. Let him know to reach out to me. If Steve wants to let me know that he's coming in, so we'll definitely host him. Yes.
Yeah, that'd be great. That would be wonderful. And he is somewhere in I don't know, maybe in Florida right now, but he would definitely
Yeah.
give it a shot. And I would come too for sure and try one of those churracos, especially for Churraco Tuesdays, because I love Taco Tuesdays, but Churraco
Yes.
Tuesdays are definitely on on the menu for me. What's
Awesome.
anything new you want to you're I know you said about how you have a whole bunch of recipes going on,
Mhm.
but like, I mean, there's so much combinations you can make that's just endless. And I think that's one of the beauties of your job that you get to do and serve your customers and make a real impact with the community as well. Speaking of your marketing, I really like the way you market things, especially with your on your Instagram. Do you have do you do all of that by yourself? Those creative reels and
Yeah.
everything you do it in house by yourself? Because you're very good at that.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, I do. Obviously, I can't take all the credit. Uh, a lot of those professional videos that, we have a videographer, he'll come in, but obviously, all the, fun little cheesy things that we edit in, those are all me. I direct them and he, records them and then he'll put them together the way I would suggest. And then, Mo helps us with that too. He'll, chime in with his directions. So these hands are the ones that are behind it. And then all the funny videos are literally just the reels that, Mo would find us, or, the employees, they were like, hey, we should do this trendy thing. So yeah, it's honestly, it's a culmination of everything. And I've been blessed with, like I said, with a great partner who's my husband, and he's very creative and he's very supportive, and he's able to, do a lot, honestly, help me with my business, grow his business, and, help out with our daughter. So it's been great, and great employees, to be honest.
Yeah, I see your employees. They're really happy at the store. I mean, in your videos on Instagram, and they're really happy and they really like what they do, and they're very. I'm sure they also pitch in with their creativity on the videos as well, and they do a phenomenal job with that. How do
I
you
think sometimes they get irritated that, I don't know if you've seen it, like, not these days, there's another reel that we want to do where, like, the employees, they say, oh, when I applied for this job, I didn't know that, I had to dance for reels or something. I don't know. It's something
really?
funny.
I
One
think
of
you
my
could do a
employees showed me.
spin-off of that. That
Yeah,
could
and I was
definitely
like, you
work,
know
something
what? We
like that.
should do that one next. It'll be so real for you guys, because they're always dancing or doing something for the reels. So it's I mean, they enjoy it because, it's their generation. This is how they communicate. This is how they showcase their personalities. So it's fun. And I love doing that with them, because then it keeps me young as well.
But how do you balance everything, and with you got a third store coming up, you got two stores that are up and running. I know you're franchising, and I know well, franchising is different, but the thing is, it's still work. And
Oh,
then
it's
how do you
such a different,
balance
it's, yeah,
everything?
franchising is a business its own, and then we chose to keep corporate stores as well. So those are our own, like, that's a different business as well. Then, being a mom, being a homemaker as well. Um, but it's funny. I mean, as long as you don't complain and you love what you do, it's
Don't
not
matter.
work. You don't get, yeah, you don't complain. I love coming to
But
work.
still,
I
even
love,
if you love what you do, I understand. I love doing podcasts. I mean, it's still work. I mean, you love what you do. I get it, but it's still kind of. I mean, it's still. I mean, opposed to you not loving what you do, that's
okay, this is what
dreadful.
I'm going to tell you. The only thing I complain about is there's just not enough hours in the day. I mean, as you know, we've been trying to do this for a while. I just wish there were more hours in the day where I can work more and I have more hours to juggle this. Like, I drive a lot, from my house to Richardson location is like about 45, 50 minutes, from my house to the new location is about an hour. And this location in Arlington, although I live in Arlington, but I live in a total opposite side of Arlington. So
Probably
it
like
takes me,
20 minutes.
yeah, 20, 25 minutes, just depending on traffic. So, like, give or take 20 minutes, but if it's super trafficy, 25 minutes, Um, that's that's something that I do complain about. It's the driving, but thank God for Tesla's FSD. I would say it here. I know there are a lot of Tesla haters, but Tesla literally to me is like a savior of everything.
It drives
And
itself. Is that why?
Yeah, it'll drive itself while I'm, like, uh in a meeting in the car. I'm taking a lot of meetings in the car. I'm doing a lot of work in the car. I'm getting ready in the car, pretty much everything. It'll drive itself. A lot of times when I'm tired and I can't focus, it's good that, it's driving itself, because obviously, give me just a second, okay? See, I'm trashing my cookie because I can't really eat that much right now.
You
Did
can
you need
grab a
help?
new one.
I do. Okay. No, I'm okay.
While you're there, I'd like to
Hi
see the store
guys, how
too.
y'all doing? Are we together? Oh, we're just okay. Because we're big girls now, right? Okay.
I'd like to see some of the store too, Anum.
Yes. So
While you're
this
walking
is
around.
our behind the counter.
Nice. Look at that.
And then this This is our Arlington location. It's a bit different.
So,
Not
Anum, what made you go with the pink theme, the checkerboard floor? What was the inspiration behind that? The whole
so the
pink and the
pink, honestly, I mean, I can show you some of these boxes to the viewers. These are beautiful. So this is our full party. These we get them done, custom done from this amazing packaging place, Half Price Packaging. This
Yep,
is for
that's
our,
us right here.
yes, that's you guys. That's our couple pack. This is our single, and then our Dubai chocolate bites churro.
Nice.
And then we also have a quattro pack, which is 4 churros. And
Nice.
then we also have a castle party, which is not made back here. Oh no, just kidding. It is. These. Um,
Oh, this looks really nice.
they
I
are
remember
these.
when these were being made.
Yes, honestly, Steve. Shout out to Steve. He is amazing.
He's great. He's
I
great. He actually is working on uh, the the Churraco Tuesday box as well. He's working on that,
yes.
and I'm looking at
Awesome.
it
And
too.
he is honestly, he's like a brother from another mother. I feel bad that, sometimes I yell at him, sometimes I get frustrated, but he's just
Yeah.
so sweet, so calm. Since day one, we've known each other for a while now because back in, I want to say 2022, we opened up 2023, but I think it was December of 2022 when I found you guys, your company. And, I luckily got connected with Steve, and I'm glad that it was Steve, because since then we created these, I gave him a logo, I gave him my vision, we came together. I showed him a few things that I like, what I wanted, the pink that I wanted. He actually helped me select the particular pink. I didn't even know there were that many shades of pink.
Yeah.
He helped me with all
There's
of
a whole
that.
bunch.
Yes, so it was something he taught me, this pink, although it looks like this in person, it would look like this on your website. So a lot of things I got to learn from him, and it was awesome. It's been a great relationship with Steve. I think, I mean, we know so much about each other, not just like, business level, but also personal level. And he's awesome. I love him. He's actually, we're working on something together for the Fairview location. And Fairview location, it's not just going to be TikTok taco. I mean, sorry, it's not just going to be churro on top. It will also be a TikTok taco. We're launching another brand. It's a taco brand, obviously. And he's
A real
helping us
taco
out.
brand?
Yes, a real
Oh,
taco, not
nice.
Churaco, but a real taco brand. And we're actually working together to come up with packaging and colors for
And
that particular
when do
person.
you plan on launching that? So just so I know,
So Fairview location is coming about, I want to say in December. Yeah.
the taco brand.
Yes. Yes.
Okay,
Uh,
so we're gonna release this episode in a couple weeks.
No, I'm okay with it because I just recently did an interview with NBC News, and we already, they were the first one who just launched it on obviously national television on news that we're coming to Fairview with TikTok Taco and Churro on top. And I think they aired it on Wednesday. So
So, Anam, I wanted to, well, I want to look at some of your products as well later in a few bit, but I just want to ask you that how was there a slump in the business in the beginning? Did you face difficulties? And tell me about scaling. How did you scale upwards if you did? Tell me a little bit. Tell me a little bit of the logistical parts, the challenges that you faced.
when
If there
when
was a slump in sales, if there were stagnant sales, how was that?
Of course, every business goes through that, Ollie. I mean, I would be lying that we didn't have days where we're like, oh man, what did we do? What kind of business did we get into? Versus
Yeah.
most businesses, they're very self-sustainable. Jim, like he has 24 hours facilities. They're running themselves. It's like good money, and it's I don't want to say easy money because I know he works really hard, but it's pretty self-sustainable, where to I chose a path where like I have to be very hands-on, as far as training goes. I mean, now I am able to, I have good employees that I trust and they're able to take care of my business. But, I still have to be there. I still have to be there to order and make sure everything's good because we're in food business. There's a lot of food. Food costs is always something that you do want to control, and because a lot of factors in food is you cannot control the prices that I can't control the prices that I get from my ice cream supplier, because that's theirs, I can control like the other things that like my flour, my sugar, my salt, those prices. But what I can control in my store is like the wastage, things like that. So, and then, no matter what, whether our sales are up or down, we still have to order a lot of food just because there's expiration dates and things like that, I still have that stuff coming in. So I like there were things that those were challenges that I didn't look at or think about before I got into this business because, I didn't have that background. I went to school for law, you know,
Oh,
and
did you? Didn't know
yes, I
that.
did. I did. I attended UCI in California. I'm from California. And
You
I
you
got
you
into,
talk you talk like a Californian too.
yes. Thank you. I mean, I don't know if it's a good thing, but thank you. Um,
Yeah.
but all those things, even, with the economy the way it is, a lot of people are not thinking about, oh, I want to go get a dessert, um they want to put food on their table for their kids and themselves. A lot of people, even people that do not know how to cook, they're learning how to cook. Or they're people that are they're like, okay, do I want to go eat a meal for $10 or do I want a milkshake, And of course, like I would want them to pick, like I'm not upset at my community or like, any of my customers that, even my usual customers that they're not coming in every week anymore. Just because I understand where economy is, where everybody is, where, how I'm affected by it as well, not just a business owner, but also just within my family, like a provider. So I'm not upset about that. I mean, of course, we would like the economy to get better so people can go back and like they don't have to think like, should I buy eggs or should I buy my churros, And but it is what it is. Those are the times that we are at. But I know, everybody goes through it. Every business goes through it,
Yeah,
thank God.
I wanna ask you what step you took when things were not going as planned. You know what I'm saying? Like when you were going through that struggle, if you were,
Hmm.
what you of course you persevered, you were consistent, but was there something some step you took to I
In this
well, you know what? I hope
situation,
maybe you haven't been in that situation and I hope you
yeah,
never do.
yeah, thank you.
I hope that never comes.
So in
So
that
yeah, that's
situation,
that, I
trying
guess.
to drive more traffic, you run specials, you run like to kind of help our customers out too. We
Have you
understand the
done
reason
that?
why they're. Yes, we have. We've done. We have loyalty members. When people that are like our usual, they get loyalty points. So loyalty, the way it works, every dollar they spend, it's a point, and they can start redeeming them for free stuff. But to in addition to that, on special occasions, they get like 20% off. Things like that. We're just launching. We're going to be launching, we're actually getting all the stuff done. We're going to be launching buy one, get one half. Like we're going to be doing happy hour just to help those people that, do want the product. However, they're thinking like, oh my gosh, I have like three kids. If I'm taking three kids and myself, it's going to cost me. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to be launching that in 2 weeks, that it would be buy one, get one half from 2 to 6. There'll be our happy hour, just like everybody else is doing it. I know our neighbor over here in Chili's is doing that. A lot of people are doing that just
Have
to,
you tried the new Chili's? The what do they have? They have a new box. There's a mozzarella stick in there and a slider in there
no,
too.
I haven't, honestly. I used to eat Chili's a lot when I was just like stationed at this location.
Yeah,
But
it's
now
going
that
pretty
I'm
viral, actually, Anum.
wasted, yeah, no,
They got a
I
box. They got a
yeah,
Nashville hot mozzarella stick. They got a bunch of
I don't.
sliders, and they got some chicken tenders, and they got a ranch and a buffalo ranch probably,
Okay.
and it's
I
pretty
thought they
economical.
always had a trio, right? Didn't they always have like it's like it's called like an appetizer trio or something? They always did that, but I guess it's something
Yeah, I'm just
I'm
seeing
sure
it on
there's
the
a
internet usually. I don't go to Chili's that much, but that makes me want to go. But anyway, the Chili's just kind of threw me off. I
yeah.
because people are
Who's
doing
hungry now, huh?
yeah, they're doing a cheese pull with that all the time, and I'm like, my God! And their mozzarella sticks are like really really big. It's like a
Yeah, they're huge. They're big.
rectangular shaped, and I'm like, my God, that's a great cheese pull that those
Yeah,
guys
I think
pull.
that's what you're going today for lunch, huh?
Probably. I just want to ask you about the yeah, so you have specials, you have loyalty points. You're doing a buy one get one half off. So you're doing
For
these
yeah,
things.
happy hour.
What's the future vision of Churro On Top? Of course,
Honestly,
franchise.
expanding world domination with our franchising. We have a lot of interest. We actually just launched not too long ago our franchising. We were already getting interest from so many people ever since we opened that people would
Come to
think when they would come.
Boston.
I know. I mean, if
You
you
know
know
what?
somebody,
Boston is insane. If you come to Boston, it's a college town.
yeah, if you
You're
know
gonna get
someone who wants
so
to
much
open their own,
so much
I
growth.
am
People, the kids would love it. Come
I
there.
am open to I'm not coming. You need to find somebody who wants to buy into franchise.
I'll be the one.
Okay,
I'll
awesome.
do
There
it.
you go, Ali. We got
I'll do it.
this. I'm
I'll get it from you. Give me a franchise and I'll open up a nice store in Boston. I've worked in the food
there
industry all the time. Yeah, even right
exactly what
now.
you're yeah. Oh, very nice.
I'm a bartender. I'm a server. I
There you go. So you already
I
know the ins and outs and the inspections and things. So you know most like all this like, how to make the churros and milkshakes and our recipes that you can learn
I've
by,
made milkshakes my whole life. Well, not
there
my
you
whole
go.
life, but
But
like,
no, but our milkshakes are different. We don't water them down like you guys did at that other place. I can't say
oh,
the name.
really?
Yeah, no, we
I
don't
don't know
put
if you
ice or
can. It's
anything.
fine.
No,
You could
we don't put ice or anything in our milkshakes. It's literally a whole pint size of ice cream. That's why our milkshakes are thicker and creamier. No, we don't add like all that junk, like water them down with ice and milk. It's very little bit like a dash of milk just to soften the ice cream. Otherwise, it's all ice cream and a lot of love and a lot of creativity, and that's why people come back.
do you have smoothies?
We don't have smoothies. We have over 40 milkshakes. So we don't
Right.
have smoothies.
You have smoothies. What's your
Yeah.
favorite milkshake?
Mine, toasted s'mores,
Toasted
red velvet.
s'mores.
Yes,
Red
toasted
velvet.
s'mores, the thing that started with red velvet and tiramisu. And you know
Tiramisu.
what?
My God, what do you got? You
Yeah,
got like a
I love tiramisu.
whole
And
bunch of
then
stuff.
coffee pick me up because I'm a big coffee caffeine
Coffee person.
person. Yeah. And in our coffee pick me up, we have like a shot of espresso that like you can actually like customers squeeze in. So it's like, a little shot of heaven in there. So
And do you
yeah,
offer
and
a
then I think
create your
blueberry
own?
cheese.
Oh, no,
No,
just blueberry
no,
cheesecake.
no.
You don't do a create your own.
No, we don't do create your own because everybody ends up finding something with those 40 milkshakes. What other place you go that like have 40 milkshakes plus a season,
Not a
Uh,
lot of places. None,
no,
honestly.
actually, not even like a milkshake bar that might just specializes in milkshakes. They don't have it either.
When I worked
So
at Cold Stone, I used to make my own. I used
mhm.
to
Well,
grab
Cold Stone lets you do a lot. Like even with their ice cream, you can put whatever topping, and then on the Cold
yeah,
Stone you sit.
yep.
So I love that concept,
I used to
honestly.
add cake. I used to get a regular sweet cream ice cream and I used to put a yellow cake in it
Oh
and
yeah,
some almonds in it. No,
uh,
not all almonds, pecans and
pecans. Yeah.
yellow cake, pecans, just sweet cream ice cream, no
Okay,
flavor, sweet cream.
I can tell you're from East Coast. Pecans. Oh my gosh, no, that bothers me.
Pecans? Is that what you're saying over there?
You,
Pecans, yo?
I call them
Who says
pecans.
that, yo? Is
Yeah,
that what you
West
say?
Coast people call them pecans.
Pecans? Oh, because you guys are
Yeah.
fancy? That's why?
No, you
Because
guys are
you're
fancy.
fancy, huh?
Pecans. My pecans.
My God. So, okay, you got the cheesecake, you like tiramisu, your coffee. Nice. Let me ask you about the churros too. What kind of churros you like?
So
Do
for
you
the
have a
churros,
glazed churro? A glazed one?
we
Do you
have
glaze
a
them?
yes, we do glaze them. All of our churros get glazed. We make our
Really?
own glazes, and yeah, and then obviously you can get an OG, which is just cinnamon sugar. Then we have a caramel glaze. We have a dark chocolate glaze. We have a white chocolate glaze. We have a pink chocolate, blue chocolate. We got a pumpkin spice. We got a pistachio. Oh my gosh, we have a lot. A
So, Anna, let me
caramel.
ask you this. So, how do you serve a milkshake with a churro on top? Can I see? Or
I
if
can
you
show
have
you.
one, I'd love to see
Yeah,
one.
yeah. So I'm gonna show you the ones that we just created, and then we used it
I
for
would love to see it.
our yes pictures. So this is our pumpkin spice because it was pumpkin spice season.
Is that a real one? Is that real?
Yes, this is real. We just
Oh
froze it
God.
after we made a
Okay,
video.
let me see.
And
Can you bring it up again?
yes,
Oh, there
so
you go.
we
So
have
how do you
one
eat
that's
it? If
how do
I
you
was
eat it?
if I was gonna eat it, I would just what I would do is I would take a chunk off first and I would dip it in the shake
You know what?
and
It's up to you
I
how
would
you
do
want to
that.
eat it because
I do
we
that though.
actually, yeah, a lot of people would just take one churro out because it comes with two churros. They'll dip it in their shake and then they will, eat the shake or they just take a bite out of it and then drink their shake. A lot of
Hmm.
people will drink their shake and then finish. Um, Actually, let me compare
Can I see
too.
the yeah, that would be great if you could show that the milkshake again. That'd be great.
Say that again.
That'd be great if you could show them both show both of those milkshakes.
Together.
Are ya?
They're
Nice.
so these are our taro churros right
Wow.
here. They go on top of a
Okay.
taro milkshake.
Nice. Wow.
These premium whipped cream. So it's not like a can whipped cream, it's actual whipped cream. Churros go on top because it's churro on top.
Nice.
And
Wow. Wow. That's beautiful.
Oreo pumped, Oreo cookie, chocolate drizzle. And that's your panda milkshake. Things like cream it. That's fun. Try them. Long enough. And we have the cinnamon toast crunch churros.
Nice.
Thank you. Have a good one. Great.
And bring the Oreo one over here too so I can take a quick picture. Please. Wow. And I want you to be in the picture too.
Thank you. Hold on, give me a second. I'm gonna go serve this.
Oh my
This
God.
is the Cookie Mentor milkshake. Go ahead. Sorry. Uh,
Whipped cream going in.
mm-hmm. So Cookie Muncher churros. He got little eyeballs and
Nice.
gets a cookie,
Oh, there we go.
the chocolate drizzle, some blue chocolate drizzle.
Oh, there's more to it. I thought that was the end.
Oh, that's it. There you go. Yep.
Perfect.
Give me just a second. I'm gonna run it to the customer. So we take 4 of our churros.
Why four?
Why
Oh,
4?
it's just a Dubai chocolate bar. Okay, it's not a milkshake, right?
No. So we're doing Dubai chocolate churro bites. We
Churro
have a
bites.
milkshake, Dubai chocolate milkshake, and then we also have churro bites. And so we just take 4, chop them up so it's easier to like pick up and eat.
And it's like
Put them
small little
in
bites.
our beautiful little packaging by half price packaging.
That's us. Oh, I like the inside part of the packaging too.
Thank you. Yes, this is something that I had designed. I have it out in the wall too. I'll show you later. And now we go ahead and add our premium pistachio glaze that we make in house. And then chocolate.
Nice.
And a little more pistachio to top it off. And it is done.
If you can hold that a
Voila.
little like that. Perfect, Anum.
Bye, ladies. Have a good one. All right. So,
That was a great
no,
tutorial.
so this is what the wall says. Oh my goodness. And every bite.
Wow, that looks great, Anum. That looks great. Thank you so much for the tutorial. I got to experience hands-on how you make your products, and they're beautiful. Absolutely
Thank
wonderful.
you.
Jaw-dropping, honestly. Thank you so much for such a great visual illustration of how you do your magic and basically uh create churros and milkshakes in the
Thank
store.
you so much.
So absolutely, ma'am. Thank you. That was great. Adam, I wanted to lastly ask you one thing and ask you this. If what kind of advice would you give to somebody who was in your shoes, who's just starting off in the food industry or even the dessert industry, who's probably a young entrepreneur or even any age entrepreneur? What would you say to him or her?
I would say, honestly, have your concept. Know that, you have a good concept. Do not cheat your customers. So, I mean, there's so many dessert concepts, what puts you apart, what sets you apart, whether it's a cookie business, there's like every other day there's a cookie business that's coming up, even ice cream business or whatever. But what sets you apart? Find your, what sticks you out, find your specialty, and be the best at it. You be the best at it, not your best, but literally be the best where like your job is never done. There's always something that you can tweak and make it better because you want to capture the audience. Uh if my panda shake is really good, what else can I do with my panda shake where like, a person who's coming in once a month to try my panda shake, how can they come in like, once a week to try that panda shake and also, get something else. Always just don't think that your work is done. Always do better than yesterday
Always do
or
better.
an hour ago or with each ticket. And again, don't cheat your customers. They're not stupid. You're not stupid, even as a consumer. So they'll come back. They'll only come back if you're not honest with them, you're honest with your product, and give them a best, experience and treat your employees right. If you treat your employees right, and even if, let's say the work hours are crazy, even if they don't think that, what they get paid for, what they're doing, but if you treat them right, they'll always stick by you. And that's what my thing is. Like my employees, I've been very lucky. Um, they stick by me because I respect them. I treat them well, not just work related stuff, but even their personal lives. I treat them well. I try to do as much as I could to support my employees in
Absolutely.
their personal lives. And that's really important, because
Hmm.
they're at the end of the day, they'll do well if they'll want to go above and beyond for you if they see you that you're going above and beyond for them. And, just always, if you have a concept, make sure you are always trying to better it. That's it. And don't get discouraged by economy. Don't get discouraged by bad reviews. Honestly, in the beginning, that was something that, I would really take it to heart. But then I soon learned you cannot please everybody.
Of
You
course.
cannot please everybody. So there's in food industry, and I learned like literally this year that there's a 80, 10, and 10 ratio, which is 80% of the people will will hate you. 10% will love you. And then there's 10% that are just,
Unsure.
I'm sorry, come back. Wrong ratio. So there's 10% that will always love you. There's 10% that will like literally hate everything you do. And then there's that 80% that they neither hate you or love you. They just don't care. That's the audience that you want to target. Those are the people that you want to make sure you do so well that you please them. Okay. They'll write the reviews. You'll be happy. They might not write the reviews. Not everybody that walks in and they love us, they'll like, double tip my employees and they'll like post on their social media. They won't write a review, which is fine, you know, but make sure you make an impact that they do end up writing a review. They do tell they spread the word, they tell their family and friends about you, and it's something good, you know? And don't be upset if it's not something good. And don't be hard on your employees, don't be hard on yourself. Just know how can you make it better. Try to be a problem solver, not like, a dweller.
I know. And even if the business is not, even if you fail, I mean, there's always got to be another thing that you're good at. And of
Exactly.
course, one other thing, you also got to do your research as well before jumping into any sort of venture,
Definitely.
right?
That comes with it, I mean, of course, you can't like businesses, it's easy to say, oh, I want to do business. No, it's really hard to open up a business,
Because
whether
you're
you're
on the
getting a
clock
loan.
24/7, right?
Exactly. Exactly. Whether you're getting a loan, whether you're trying to find a real estate, whatever you're trying to find, like, whether you're trying to find suppliers, it's a lot of work. You have to know your operations. How will you operate the business? How will your, workflow would go? Like, how would your employees would work? Like, if there's a milkshake, like you saw, you know, what comes first? What do I do first? Do I scoop up the ice cream first? Like those little gritty things, make sure you do those before you figure it out. And then, of course, and that's not set in stones, as you see your demand, as you see your crowd, then you'll always change things up and you'll figure it out that, okay, maybe this doesn't work. It was working then, but when it's like, high volume, crazy traffic time, which you saw, like, we kept saying, hi, welcome in or bye. It's like, before we can like even get started on a ticket, there's another ticket coming. Then you kind of pivot, you want to do, so have things already stored like, hey, this is what we do and this is how we function when it's like 2, 3 tickets. This is how we function when there's like, nonstop tickets that we're not even able to finish the tickets on the screen. So it's important to have that. Listen to your employees as well, because they're the ones who are working. Make sure that, you schedule right people at the right time, right hours. Friday nights we get really busy. Like right now, today, Arlington School District is off. So that's why during daytime we're really busy. But usually around 5 o'clock, that's when we start getting busy because it's after school, after work. And Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday, we're really, really slammed. So know who you're going to schedule at those hours, know who to schedule on slow days, um, and just have fun. You started this thing to have fun, to be, to do something great for yourself, and just don't lose that sight, and even if it's, you'll have down days, you'll have up days. It just depends how you, react to those days.
Yeah, speaking of being busy, today's a Friday, so I'm sure you're probably gonna get slammed tonight.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
Friday,
We're
yeah.
always slammed. Saturday nights and Friday nights are the nights that we get like lines out the door. And a lot of
At the
people,
door.
sometimes people have to wait like over 30 minutes for their ticket just because how busy we are.
Well, Anum, thank you so much for coming on the show. I really appreciate it.
Of course.
Everything, the packaging you showed, the insights you gave us,
Well,
the
thank you.
the
Thank you
milkshakes
for
you
having
made.
me, and tell Steve I said thank you. And
I
he's the
will.
best.
I
He needs
will.
to call me.
Yeah,
And
I'll ask him to give you a call soon.
yes.
Or
And
he'll
thank you
call you right
for
now.
everything that you guys do. I really appreciate
Thank
it,
you so
honestly.
much.
You guys are big, big, big part of my business. And, you guys do make my life easier. I know I don't say it as much, but you guys do, like
No,
people love our package. It's not just
you're a
me,
big
but
part of us
people.
too.
Thank you. People love our packaging. They take pictures of our packaging itself, and it's not just the product, and they love it. And it's the whole experience. Your packaging does make the experience. You guys, I don't know. I don't want to turn it into a review, but I will. You guys are always on time, even if there's a delay, which is out of your control because, there's shipping and all that involved. There's too many different hands that are involved, but the communication that you guys have with us is wonderful. I love it. Again, like Steve's,
Thank you, Anum. That
the
means a
way,
lot to us.
yeah, the way Steve communicates, even I know he gets kind of scared because I will lash out at him, but I love
Yeah.
him. Like honestly, he is, when I say a brother from another mother, he is a brother
Yeah.
from another mother because he's awesome. He listens to me, even when he gives me advice, like when I'm trying to create a new packaging. When we started with a bag and 2 different boxes, and then we just kept adding because we are like, oh, how about we do this, Steve, can you do this? And he's like, yes, Anna, I got you. What size, what could we do? And then he helps me with sizes too, I'm not
He's
gonna
really
lie.
good. He's very
He is.
knowledgeable.
He
He
is
knows his
amazing,
stuff.
and he owes a another raise, Hamza, if you're listening.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
uh, and I think I heard you, Hamza and Salman are the bosses, right? The big bosses.
Hamza and
So
Sal, yes.
there you go. So then, Steve and Ali, they deserve another bonus soon.
Oh, really? Thank you. Yes, we
Yeah.
do. I need a bonus. I do
All
need
right.
one.
Well,
Thank you,
thank you
Adam.
so much for your time. Thank
Thank
you
you
for
for
having
coming
me.
in.
I gotta
Uh,
go help my employee.
please go ahead, do your work. Anum Khan, owner and founder, Churro On Top, 3 locations. One is open, not 2 locations. Third one is opening. Arlington, main location. Richardson is the second one, and the third one is Fairview, correct?
In Allen, correct. And then in Fairview, Allen, we're actually opening another collaboration concept, which is TikTok Taco. It's going to be out of this world, just like Churro On Top. So we're really excited about it.
Perfect. Churro on Top, world's first milkshake and churro and milkshake bar. Churro on Top. Check them out. www.churroontop.com. Instagram is just Churro on Top.
Correct. And TikTok.
And TikTok, Churro on Top. Thank you, Anum. You have
Thank
a good
you.
day
Have a
now.
good one. Bye.